What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We are here in Wildwood, New Jersey at the 3rd annual String Band Luau. It is a lovely day here at Seaport Pier. Great food, great fun, great company as always. All your favorite bands are here performing. We're going to be doing something very, very special today. It's kind of the sit down with Uptown, except it's more of the walk around Seaport with Uptown.
Okay, I'm down for it.
Yeah, I'll take it. My name is Tim. I'm from the podcast. As always with me is my man, Tactical Tyler. He's just kind of the man of every mission here. He does whatever needs to be done.
Was that the nickname you gave me?
That's the nickname, yeah. I didn't tell him what that was going to be. I wanted to see how the reaction was.
I like it.
I like it. Well, it don't matter if you like it. It sticks now, so.
Yeah, I guess I gotta go with it.
So what we're doing today, I know we mentioned in the last podcast, we got some very special stuff coming up. We're going to be chatting with all your favorite string band captains. We're going to be asking them some questions, getting some insight from them, maybe get some special guest appearances. I don't know. We'll find out what happens, but we'll catch up with you in just a couple minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here with Dr. Kelly Gallagher from the Hageman String Band. Kelly, thank you so much for taking a minute.
Yeah, of course, thank you.
I know I answered the first couple questions there, but we'll start with your name, your band. How many years have you been captain, and how many years have you been a mummer?
Hey, I'm Kelly Gallagher from Hageman String Band. I have been captain. This will be my second year captain. My first year was the 2023 parade, and I've been a mummer since 2020.
Very cool. So, how did you get into mummers? What brought you into this crazy hobby of ours?
Honestly, I felt like I've always been a mummer my whole life. I just didn't realize it till I was one. My family, we grew up with the mummers in South Jersey, believe it or not, and we would go with South Jersey Palmyra up and down the street with them every New Year's Day, and parade with them as they come back. And on my wedding, before I was a mummer, my family took the centerpieces out and started strutting with them. And I think I've always been a mummer before I was a mummer. So
that's so cool. And I mean, South Jersey is kind of like little Philly anyway, so it all works out.
Yeah.
Within the band or within mummers at all, have you ever played an instrument? Do you play an instrument?
Yes, I play the banjo, plectrum.
So we have a female captain, we have a female banjo player. We're checking all the boxes here.
That's right.
So, and one of the things we always like to ask is your mum moment. So what a mum moment is that moment that you experience that it's like, wow, I'm a mummer, or this is what being a mummer is about. What would you say that was for you?
It was definitely the 2023 parade, not just because I was the captain. It was what the band overcame to get to that point to play, because our numbers were diminished after COVID, and after they brought over, you'll even see if you watch back on the New Year's Day, that cheer at the end was like, yeah, we did it, we made the street this year, we're coming back, so we're on our way back.
So cool. So I'm going to hand it over to Tyler here. He's going to come in and do the rapid fire questions for you real quick.
All right.
All right, Tyler.
All right. See if I got this. All right. So rapid fire questions. Very quick. Very easy. All right. First one. Do you call them sprinkles or jimmies?
Jimmies all the way.
Jimmy? Yeah, I'm jimmies too. All right. Eliminate one of these foods. Tasty cakes, soft pretzels, or cheesesteaks?
Ooh. Tasty cakes would have to be.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. All right. Cheesesteaks. Very good. Very good. Do you prefer confetti or smoke powder effects?
Confetti.
Confetti. It's harder to clean up, I will say.
Yeah, but it's like that pow.
Gives it that
energy. Yeah.
Gives it that pow factor. Oh yeah. Do you prefer masks or makeup?
Makeup for sure. The masks are too hot. You can't see. Honestly, especially banjos, I feel like they should always be in makeup because that's the only ones that could smile to the crowd. So
I agree with that one, but I personally prefer masks because the beard. I would have to shave that. That wouldn't be fun.
I know it's tough to shave it down. I understand.
Oh, definitely. And final one, Broad Street or Market Street?
Broad Street.
There you go. We got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here with our next captain from the Philadelphia String Band Association. I will say, if you go back and watch the Serenade, this is a performance you don't want to miss by this gentleman right here. He needs no introduction, but I'm going to let him do it anyway. Sir, if you would give us your name, your band, number of years as captain, number of years as a mummer.
Joe Pomate, captain of the Durning String Band. 13 years as captain. And 45 years as a mummer.
That's incredible, 45 years. So with that kind of a history, with that kind of a legacy, so to speak, what is it that got you into the mummers? How did you get into this crazy hobby of ours?
First of all, love music. and a friend of mine way back in high school days wanted to join, and I was good with that, and we joined. Actually, my first band was with Aqua String Band, so there you go.
Very cool. So aside from being captain, and obviously you've been captain for quite some time, do you play any instruments within the band, or have you played any instruments within the band?
Yeah, so I play saxophone, I play accordion, and yes.
Okay, very cool. And final question for me, I'm going to ask you, what's your mom moment? So what's that moment that really solidified this hobby for you, or solidified what it is you do, either as a captain or a mom in general?
I think the best part, be honest with you, I mean, just being out there and being able to perform in front of people and make them smile. But even better yet, I have my daughters dancing with me, and that makes it all worth being, a mummer and keeping it all in the family.
I love it. Thank you, Joe. So I'm going to hand you over to Tactical Tyler. He's going to hit you with a couple of yes or no's.
Not too hard.
Don't worry, they're not that hard. All right, first one. Sprinkles or Jimmy's?
I got to go with Sprinkles.
Sprinkles? All right, I think you're the first Sprinkles today.
That's all right.
No, that's good. That's good.
Different, you know what I mean?
Oh, definitely.
Keep it out of the box.
Out of the box. All right, so we got 3 choices. You have to eliminate one.
All right.
Tasty cake, soft pretzel, or cheesesteak?
Wow. I got to eliminate one of them?
Yep.
I'm going to eliminate the soft pretzel.
Soft pretzel. That's a different choice.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah.
All right, do you prefer masks or makeup?
Makeup.
Makeup is a good one? All right.
Yeah.
And do you prefer the confetti or the, I think it was powder. Yeah, powder.
Confetti all the way.
Confetti all the way.
All the way, yeah.
All right, Market Street or Broad Street?
Market Street.
Market Street. All right, that's a good one.
Yeah.
All right.
So before we go, Joe,
Yeah.
I got to ask you, I saw the serenade, I saw the whole stuff.
Yeah.
You got to give me one good fist pump. I got to get a fist pump. Give it to me.
You ready?
Give it.
Ready?
Doesn't get any better than that.
Yes.
You go
Thanks.
with that?
Thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with another captain from the Philadelphia String Band Association. I'll let him do the honors of introducing himself, even though he needs no introduction. So, sir, if you would please give us your name, your band, number of years as captain, and number of years as a mummer.
I am George Bowser, captain of the Woodland String Band. I've been captain for 4 years, and I've been in Woodland in costume for 13. I've been marching since I was about 6, though, so like 20 years or 21 years.
So that leads me to the next question. What is it that got you into mummers? How did you end up in this crazy hobby of ours?
So as most people probably would say, it's family, and I got in. My dad was a longtime mummer. My mom, on the mom's side of the family, my papa was a longtime mummer, and almost all of my family is. So I've been in it since I was little because of family, and it's still to this day. I'm still very close with all my family throughout the mummery.
So there's a lot that goes into the band aside from just being captain. The captain is what the captain is. Do you play any instruments, or have you played any instruments with Woodland or with otherwise?
Yeah, so I play banjo. I learned banjo from Joey King, God rest. When I was very young, I was like 9, 10 years old when I first started taking lessons. And when I came over to Woodland, I started dancing and slowly but surely became captain over the years. So I still play here and there, but I don't play as much. They have my request to be out front a lot of the time. So
I guess some of them say that the best part about your banjo playing is how well you're a captain.
Yeah. That was the joke. That's why I'm captain, is because they didn't want to hear me play banjo anymore.
So, final question from me, your mum moment. And what I would say is a mum moment is, what's that moment that, really solidified this hobby, this just what we do and why we do? What is it that, maybe gave you goosebumps, or that you just loved being a part of?
So my mum moment, it's kind of an obvious one for me, at least. Or there's a close second, but my first one is I joined Woodland in 2010, coming from Quaker, where we get second.
I also love Georgie Bowser.
I go over to Woodland to take a suit when I was 13, and lo and behold, in 2012, they get their first prize ever, my first prize in costume and everything, and I had no idea we were going to win. I was 15 years old, just was out there performing like I always do, having fun, giving it my all, and we won. It was an unreal moment, and I hope everyone in the hobby gets to enjoy that moment one day.
That's awesome. I'm going to hand you over to Tactical Tyler. He's going to give you a couple of some fast action questions.
Sweet.
All right, first one. Do you say Sprinkles or Jimmy's?
Sprinkles.
Sprinkles? All right. So, you have to eliminate one of these. Tasty cakes, soft pretzels, or cheesesteaks?
Salt pretzels.
Soft pretzels? All right, that's a common one. Confetti or smoke powder effects?
Confetti.
Confetti.
Oh, to eliminate?
No,
Oh,
just
my favorite. Okay, yeah.
Your favorite.
Yeah, confetti all day.
confetti. All right, perfect. Do you prefer mask or makeup?
Makeup.
Makeup. All right, good one. Broad Street or Market Street?
There's nothing that can beat the look of City Hall getting closer and closer as you marched up Broad Street. But Market Street is becoming home now, and we're finding the better ways to do it. I think there's some improvements we can still make to try to make it a viewer-friendly area for everyone. But at the same time, we need to practice to get ready for City Hall. So I think Broad Street's the answer, but maybe one day it could be Market Street.
All right, good answer. I like that.
Gentlemen, we are here with yet another captain. I will let him do the introduction, even though there is not one needed. So, sir, if you would please, your name, your band, number of years as captain, number of years as a mummer.
Name is Ken Miminsky. Been captain of Aqua String Band for 9 years. I've been around Aqua String Band since 1973 when my father joined, and my first year up the street was 1980. So I think I'm pushing it'd be my 44th parade coming up.
Wow. At some of the legacy here today is just, it's incredible. What is it that got you into this crazy hobby of ours? Why mummers?
My father joined, like I said, back in 74. Actually joined in 73 with Duffy. Went up 1 year with Duffy, and then he joined Aqua after that. And being around it, it was just something I wanted to be a part of. Like I said, in 1979, I got my first suit, and I went to the street in 1980. I wound up meeting my wife through the string band because her father was in the band. And my two sons now are currently members. Ed Miminsky is our drill master. Andrew's a horn player. And it's just something it's been a part of my blood, I guess, now.
So it's really a family affair, really a legacy thing here for you guys, isn't it?
Yes, I mean, my wife right now, Marie, she is our choreographer for the dancers. My daughter, Samantha, she does the makeup on New Year's Day. And she's always done, since I've been captain, she's done my makeup. She's my makeup girl. And she's my biggest critic.
Probably your biggest fan as well, let's be honest.
No, she's not. She's not my biggest fan. Jimmy Good was her favorite for a while. So now I think I'm winning her over a little bit.
I'll be sure to pass the message to Jimmy. So aside from, obviously as a captain, there's a lot to do. But aside from being a captain, have you played or do you play any instruments with the Aqua String Band?
For all the years prior to being captain, I played alto sax.
Okay, an alto sax player. That's a new one for the day here. Final question from me is your mum moment. So that one time where, the hobby, it kind of put the period on the hobby, and it really, this is why we do it, this is what we do. What would you say would be your mum moment?
There's a lot. There's a ton of mum moments. And the one thing that stands out for me is when you do a parade or you do an event, and you get to take a picture with somebody, and you put a smile on somebody's face, and it's just like the feeling is overwhelming. I tell everybody, if you ever have the opportunity to be captain, to be out in front of a string band, to do it. Because New Year's Day, I know we're competing. We're all in it to compete, and we all want to win. But if I wanted to win first prize, I'd left years ago. I would have went to another band. To win first prize with Aqua would mean a lot more because I put my heart and soul in that band, and it's not always about first prize. New Year's Day is one day. And I made a quote years ago. New Year's Day is one day. It's the 364 other days of the year that make you a string band, and it makes it. We're family. I have a family with Aqua, and I love the family I'm with. The guys, I know we have each other's backs. We bust each. I mean, look, we all bust balls. That's part of string bands, but that's part of life. But just being a mummer, taking a picture with somebody and putting that smile with a kid and kneeling, the feeling is unbelievable. I mean, and my first year as captain in 2015 was the greatest experience of my world because I grew up around this and I know what it meant to be a captain, and I respect what it means to be a captain. I think that's been lost on a lot of guys, and I think that needs to come back.
All right, great answer. I'm going to hand you over to Tactical Tyler. He's going to give you a couple of this or that questions, just some rapid fire stuff.
All right. Don't worry, I won't go too crazy on these. All right, first question. Sprinkles or Jimmy's?
Jimmy's.
Jimmy's, that's a good one. You have to eliminate one of these. Tasty cakes, salt pretzels, or cheesesteaks?
Cheesesteaks.
I think that's the first time I've heard cheesesteak today. Confetti or smoked powder?
Come on, we need some dancers up there with Jimmy Good.
Confetti.
Confetti. All right. Masked or makeup?
Go on
I prefer makeup.
Makeup? All right, that's a good choice. Broad Street or Market Street?
I'm going to go old school. It's got to be Broad.
All right, that's a good one. All right, I think we're good.
We're back here with another captain from the Philadelphia String Band Association. So, if you would, sir, please introduce yourself, your name, your band, number of years as captain, number of years as a mummer.
Yeah, so I'm Nick Magenta, captain of the Polish American String Band. I've been captain 11 years. Don't hold me to that, maybe more. I've been a member for over 20 years. Yeah, been a long time. Too long, maybe.
All right, we have plenty of fact checkers out there. No, I'm sure somebody's on their keyboard right now typing it in and doing the math.
Track after a while.
So, over 20 years as a mummer, how did you get started? What brought you to this hobby of ours?
Yeah, so my dad's been in our band for I think 50 years now. So I got started with my dad. I got my brother in it. I got many cousins and uncles in it. It's certainly a family affair in Polish American.
Very cool. So, with being in the band, obviously captain is a position that doesn't require any instrument playing generally. That being said, do you play any instruments? Do you do anything aside from just the captain piece of it, or have you?
Yeah, so I started playing accordion. Actually, my dad's an accordion player. I started playing accordion, did that for a few years, and then we needed bass players, and I haven't put the bass upright bass, and I haven't put the bass down since.
I'm glad that you specified that, because there's a lot of different bass.
Saxophone. I can't play a saxophone.
And the final question that I'll ask you is, what is your mum moment? So what is the moment that you experienced at some point in your mum career that you said, this is our hobby, this is what we do, this is why we do what we do?
Yeah, I think something that's always sticks in my mind first year as captain, just one of those things, you're the guy out front, and I guess in front of the judges that day, that moment, just all eyes were on you, that was probably the biggest moment. Now it's just routine. Now it's just let's get it over with.
So I'm going to hand it over to Tactical Tyler. He's going to hit you with a couple of rapid fire this or that.
Let's do it.
All right. I like the nickname to start off with. All right. So rapid fire questions: Sprinkles or Jimmy's?
Jimmy's.
Jimmy's. Eliminate one of these forever: Tasty Cakes, soft pretzels, or cheesesteaks.
Soft pretzels.
Soft pretzels. All right. Confetti or smoke powder?
Oh, confetti.
Confetti, that's a good one.
Screw the powder.
Oh, yeah, I hate the powder. Masks or makeup?
Masks.
That's a good one. Broad Street or Market Street?
Market. No, Broad Street. Yeah, not Market. Not Market. Broad Street.
Broad Street. All right, good one. All right. I think we're good.
Sean Blueball, Greater Kensington String Band. Let's see, I've been, I think, 4 years now as captain, I believe. And I've been in the band for 9, I think it is.
Okay, so some of the people always want to know, aside from being captain, there's a lot of different things that go into the band. Have you ever, or do you play an instrument, either with GK or otherwise?
I play bari sax.
Wow, okay, I like it. What is it that got you into mummers to begin with? What made you join our crazy hobby here?
It's actually a long story, but let's just say I was drunk at a bar in 2015 and got introduced to someone who was in it and asked me to join. So me and my buddy showed up the next rehearsal, and we said, we just got to show our face once, and here we are now, later.
However many years later, right? So that being said, obviously, a funny story to join, but what we always do ask is for your mum moment. So that one moment of, this is what the hobby's about, or this is something that happened to you while being a mummer that really kind of solidified what it is you do, what it is we do. What would you say would be that moment?
I don't know if there's one that sticks out. I mean, the biggest thing about what we do is, giving back to the community and making people smile, making people happy. And there's so many moments of that, just whether it's on parades or whether it's on New Year's Day or whatnot. But, I would say just, the first couple of years as captain on New Year's Day, it's a very humbling experience, the opportunity to do that and lead your band down the street. And the first parade back after COVID, I think, was big for everybody because we didn't know, what was happening when that was all going on. So the opportunity to get out there, lead the band that day, that's one that really sticks out to me, that first parade after COVID.
And I will promise on a personal note that we'll air this whole thing in its entirety. We won't, we're not going to stop it halfway through. Yeah, we'll make sure to, so I'm going to turn it over to Tactical Tyler. He's going to give you a couple of this or that questions.
That nickname I really got to get used to. All right, so first question. you call them sprinkles or jimmies?
Sprinkles.
Sprinkles?
Which I know is controversial.
Oh, it is a little controversial, but I call them sprinkles too. You had to eliminate one of these: tasty cakes, soft pretzels, or cheesesteaks.
Tasty cakes.
I agree on that one. Confetti or smoke powder effects?
Confetti, 100%.
Thank you. All right, mask or makeup?
Makeup.
See, with the beard, I would kind of go differently.
I like makeup.
You like makeup? Oh, yeah, me too.
I don't like feeling something sitting on my face and makeup.
No, I agree. How about Broad Street or Market Street?
Broad Street.
Broad Street? All right, perfect. And we're all good?
We're here with our next captain. This gentleman is one of the newer captains, not new to Mums by any means. So, sir, I'm going to ask that you please give us your name, your band, number of years as captain, and number of years as a mummer.
Well, my name is John Evans, and I am a 26-year member of the Furco String Band, and I have been marching in string bands since 1966. My first costume, I think a little before you were born, right? And I play baritone saxophone typically. I've been captain for approximately 2 months. So I am probably the newest captain in string bands. But Mummer's moment, I would have to say, I even get goosebumps now thinking about it, is back my first year parading, playing saxophone, which was 1976 New Year's. Under Captain Henry Kunzik Sr. of the Duffy String Band. And when we turned around City Hall and saw those lights and saw the people, and the people went nuts, it was the most amazing thing ever.
Wow, you hit all my questions in one shot, and I will say 1966, I would have been -20. So we're going to turn it over to Tactical Tyler for the this or that portion of it. Tyler, take it.
I got to get used to that. All right, 5 questions. Ready?
Ready.
All right. Sprinkles or jimmies? What do you call it?
Sprinkles.
Sprinkles? All right. You have to eliminate one of these.
I should correct that. I say jimmies. I say sprinkles for my wife. She says sprinkles.
All right, perfect. Yeah, I say sprinkles a lot too, so I understand that. You have to eliminate one of these choices: tasty cakes, soft pretzels, or cheesesteaks.
Soft pretzel.
Soft pretzel? That's a common choice.
I just had a tasty cake.
Oh, you just had? How was it?
Awesome.
Very good.
Butterscotch crimpet.
Butterscotch crimpet. Ooh, that's a good one. All right, confetti or smoke powder effects?
I would say confetti for sure.
Confetti, that's a good one. Mask or makeup?
Makeup 100%.
Makeup? All right. And you prefer Broad Street or Market Street?
I'm a traditionalist, Broad Street.
Broad Street? All right, perfect. All right, we're good.
Captain, this man needs no introduction, although I may need a stepladder to finish out this whole thing. The world champion, grand champion, how many different versions of champion did Bob Kelly use today? I will let him do the introduction. So, sir, if you would please, your name, your band, number of years as captain, number of years as a mummer.
Jimmy Good, Quaker City String Band. I don't know, 10 plus years as captain. I don't know, 9 performances because of COVID. That all threw us off. And then 15 years as a mummer officially.
Officially. So that'll kind of lead me into the next question here. What is it that got you into mummers as a whole? What brought you to this hobby? And I'll say, what makes it, why do we have that officially word on the backside of the 15 years?
Sure. So my family's been involved forever. As a kid, I wasn't into mummers and string bands. I was more interested in playing sports. And after I graduated college, I was coming around the band a lot and just helping out. And I just felt like if I was around there so much, it was time to join. So my grandfather had passed in 2008, and I thought about all the opportunities that I probably had missed spending additional time with him, and I wanted that opportunity to spend more time with my dad and my brothers, who were both in the band. So that's why I officially joined.
That's great. So that kind of leads me to the next question is, aside from being a captain, we see what you guys do. You're out in front of the band, you're dancing, this and that. Do you play any instruments? Have you played any instruments, or have you done anything aside from being captain with Quaker City?
Sure, I was an average tenor saxophone player. I passed my test in April of 2013, and I was elected captain in September of 2013. So my saxophone performances are few and very, 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 very far in between.
So the final question that I'll have for you is, what would you say is your mom moment? So that one moment in time, or maybe a collective of moments where, you kind of said to yourself, this is what this hobby's about. This is why I'm a mummer. This is why we do what we do.
I don't think there's any one moment. I love being captain, but I just enjoy spending the time with my family and my extended family of Quaker City. And I love being around the band, and I love the camaraderie. I love that my kids now have a place to go to be a part of. So there's not just one moment for me. It's ongoing.
And on a personal note, I have to ask one final question to Jimmy, because we all saw it on New Year's Day 2 years ago. I know you felt it both physically and probably personally. I have to ask, did you see the prop coming?
I did not see the prop coming.
Fair answer. It was about 8 feet tall. It was about 6 feet wide, covered in sequins and glitters, but I understand. So I'm going to hand you over to Tactical Tyler. He's got a couple of just quick questions.
All right. Perfect. All right, so a couple quick questions. Sprinkles or Jimmy's?
Jimmy's.
Jimmy's? All right, perfect. You have to eliminate one of these. Tasty cakes, salt pretzels, or cheesesteaks?
Tasty cakes.
Tasty cakes? All right, perfect. Do you prefer confetti or smoke or powder?
Smoke or powder.
Smoke or powder? All right, perfect. Do you prefer mask or makeup?
Makeup. Come on. You gotta smile, right?
You gotta have that smile on it. All right, now last question. Broad Street or Market Street?
Definitely Broad Street.
All right, perfect. We got it.
How's my hair?
It needs to get cut. Ready? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here with our next captain. I am going to let him do the honors of introducing himself. So, sir, if you would please give us your name, your band, your years as captain, and your years as a mummer. And I'm going to see if you remember all that.
Okay, I'm Kade Radcliffe, captain of the Uptown String Band. It's my first year as captain, but it's my 11th year marching.
All right. I think we got them all right.
I got a fresh brain.
Fresh brain, I like it.
For now.
So I know the answer to this. All the Uptown guys know this. But other than captain, have you or do you play any instruments with the Uptown String Band?
No, not really. I don't have any other. No, yes, I'm kidding. I play upright bass. Decade of bass before I became a captain, from the back line to the front.
So aside from all of that, obviously, your name carries a bit of weight with it. You're a legacy captain, so to speak. How is it that you got into the mummers?
Third generation. My grandfather was in it. My dad was in it. My uncles. And so when I was born, I didn't really have a choice. It was in my blood. I was raised in it. So here I am.
And the other thing we're going to ask you, Kade, is your mum moment. So what is the moment that you had that time where you said, this is being a mummer, this is what a mummer is, and it really just solidified, what we do in this hobby?
I mean, it's tough to choose. There's so many good ones. Every time someone wants to come up and dance with me, which is numerous, I can't really pick one. It's always, this is why I like being a mummer. People smiling, kids cheering, Anytime somebody's happy, that's why I think this is why I'm a mummer. It keeps me going.
Excellent. I'm going to turn it over to Tactical Tyler. He's going to hit you with the fast questions.
Oh, fast?
Right. Yeah, fast questions. All right, we got 5 of them. Okay, ready? Sprinkles or Jimmy's?
Jimmy's.
All right. Eliminate one. Tasty cake, salt pretzel, or cheesesteak?
A pretzel.
Pretzel? Okay. Do you prefer confetti or the smoke powder effect?
Oh, powder.
Powder?
Ranger!
Mask or makeup?
Makeup.
Makeup? Broad Street or Market Street?
Broad Street.
Broad Street.
Classic, yeah.
All right, classic. All right, we're good.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is no introduction needed here. I am here with the world famous Bob Kelly from Fox 29. Yeah. See, I'm a little nervous. Fox 29, live in Philadelphia. Wanted to thank Bob for emceeing our event today, coming down, hanging out with us all day, and just take a minute to say hey and get kind of a face behind the voice here. So Bob,
well, as I introduced you guys, I said it's not downtown, not funky town, it's uptown. But what a great day today. You're down here on the beach, and you guys, all the string bands, an opportunity for you guys to get out, and you had to love it too. Meeting the people, dancing with them, something you don't get to do on New Year's Day, but the whole String Band Association coming together as a big family on the beach at the Seaport. I loved it. I love it. I love the music, and I think the thousands of people behind us did as well.
And I'll even say on a personal note here, for myself, for the bands, for everybody involved, thank you for being a champion of string bands, a champion of the Mummers. It seems like every event we're at, I feel like I come down the street, we start getting introduced, and the first thing I hear is, ladies and gentlemen, Bob Kelly from Fox 29. It's like, well, there he is. It's almost, I don't want to say there goes that news van because that's the wrong channel, but
very good.
There goes Bob Kelly again. I mean, it's every event. So thank you for all that you do. Thank you for supporting the hobby, and thank you for just being there for us as a big champion.
Well, you know what? I do it because I do feel like family. Like you guys, I get asked to do so many different things, but I do really love hanging with you guys. I love the music. I love the camaraderie. I love the family part of it. Where the wives, the girlfriends are involved just as much, right? Because you guys you're into it. You're passionate, and we have a fun time wherever we go.
Bob, thanks so much. We appreciate you coming.
You got it. Uptown!
Uptown!
Not downtown, not funky town. It's Uptown.